During the early postnatal period, we aim to provide the best possible care to you and your baby to assist with the smooth transition to parenthood. If your baby is born in hospital, your length of stay can be from 24 hours to 5 days and may include early transfer home with the community midwives. The amount of time you would be advised to stay in hospital will depend on the type of birth and your recovery and how well your baby is feeding. The midwife will discuss your transfer home to the care of the community midwives or the public health nurse. We ask that you respect our visiting policy with only your birthing partner able to visit you and baby, and this ensures mum and baby get as much rest as possible. Eating well and staying hydrated is important during the postnatal period. Your personal hygiene and wound care is essential in the postnatal period to keep you and your baby safe and well. The midwife will examine you to assess you are well and recovering both physically and emotionally, and support you and your baby as you transition to motherhood. Referrals to specialist services such as lactation and physio will be completed during your stay in the unit. Before discharge, your baby will have a series of discharge checks, including a hearing screen, baby physical check and a weight. We will notify your public health nurse of the birth and ask you to give her your discharge summary along with your GP. Your public health nurse will visit you in the first 10 days after birth, and the GP should see you at 2 weeks and 6 weeks.
My name is Kaylee and I'm going to speak to you about safely formula feeding your baby. There are two types of infant formula, a ready-to-feed liquid which has been pre-prepared and is more expensive, and a dry powdered formula which is more cost-effective and prepared before a feed. Always read the instructions and prepare formula as per the manufacturer's guidelines, making sure to use the exact volume of water and formula that is required for your baby's age. Speak to your midwife or public health nurse if any advice is required. To prepare a feed, wash and sterilise all equipment for the first year of your baby's life. Start by cleaning down all your work surfaces and hands. Fill the kettle with 1 litre of freshly drawn tap water, boil it and leave it in the kettle to cool for 30 minutes. This ensures it remains at a temperature of 70 degrees Celsius, which destroys any potential bacteria in the formula. Pour the correct amount of boiled water into the sterilised bottle and double check the level, ensuring it is correct. Add the formula to the water using the scoop provided, level it off with a knife and add it to the water. Add the exact number of scoops to the water as per instructions. Reassemble the bottle and place the cap on tightly. Roll the bottle to mix the contents and ensure the powder has dissolved. Test the temperature of the milk by placing a few drops of milk on the inside of your wrist. It should be lukewarm but not hot. The feed can be cooled by holding the bottle under a cold running tap or leave it standing in a bowl of cold water until it's cooled. To heat up your prepared feed, place it in a bowl of warm water and check the temperature before you use it. Discard unused milk after 2 hours of it being prepared. It is considered best practice to prepare a fresh feed each time you feed your baby. Your baby should increase feeds gradually every day. At 1 week old, your baby should take 3 to 4 ounces, which is 90 to 120 ml of formula, every 3 to 4 hours.
Hi, my name is Dawn and I will be talking about the importance of safe sleep for your baby. Safe sleep practices are important to reduce and prevent the risk of sudden infant death syndrome. For the first few weeks, babies tend to sleep 10 to 18 hours a day. This is completely normal. Babies should sleep in their own cot, in their parents' room for the first 6 months of life. This is safest. They should sleep on a firm, well-fitting mattress that fits the cot correctly, and stuffed animals, toys, bumpers or anything else should be kept out of the cot. Keep the cot away from drafts, direct sunlight and radiators to avoid baby getting too hot or too cold. The temperature should be kept between 16 and 20 degrees. Babies should always sleep on their backs with their feet to the bottom of the cot. Remember, back to sleep, feet to foot position. Blankets should be tucked loosely but securely, coming no higher than the baby's shoulders. We recommend cellular blankets, which have tiny holes in them that allows air to circulate so that babies do not get too hot. We do not recommend sleeping in the same bed as your baby. However, if you do bring baby into your bed, keep them away from pillows and adult bedding. Never ever sleep in the bed with your baby if you or your partner have consumed alcohol, drugs, medication that helps you sleep heavily, or have smoked. Remember, check on your baby regularly to ensure they are sleeping comfortably and safely.
Changing your newborn's nappy is one of those things you'll be doing 7 or 8 times a day, so it's best to be organised from the start. Make sure you have everything you need ready and close to hand. Place your baby on a clean, soft, flat surface. Open the nappy and wipe away excess stools from the genital area with the corner of the nappy. Hold your baby by the ankles and lift up their bottom. Use soft cotton balls or a wet cloth to clean your baby. Clean around the umbilical cord area. For a girl, be sure to wipe from front to back. This will help minimise the spread of an infection. Swap a clean nappy for the dirty one. Use the tabs to see which way goes up. Avoid covering the umbilical cord as this can cause irritation. For a boy, keep his penis pointed down. Fasten the nappy at both sides with the tapes, making sure it's snug, but not so tight that it pinches the skin. Retape the soiled nappy around the contents, put it in a plastic bag and discard it in the bin. Dress your baby and wash your hands thoroughly. Babies wet their nappies several times a day. The number of wet nappies is a helpful sign of how much fluid the baby is taking in. Generally, a baby should have 5 to 6 wet nappies each day. This is a good indication that they're getting enough milk.
You put your cold water in first, you add your hot, you just check it with your elbow. If it's comfortable for your elbow, it's fine for the baby. It's about 36 degrees centigrade, the water temperature. You put your hand underneath the baby's head like that. You just took the baby under your elbow resting on your hip. Now I'm holding the baby in the same position and I'm going to wash the baby's hair. So just wash it nice and gently. This is a very good baby. And I'm going to come back onto my mat and I'm going to lie the baby back down and I'm going to dry the baby's head well. Babies lose a lot of heat from their heads, so make sure that you dry the baby's head very well. Now, when you're lifting the baby into the bath, just turn the baby over on its side, over in this position. Just put one arm, your left arm, underneath the head and hold on to the left arm. And put your right arm underneath the bottom and hold on to the left leg. Now you see there is no way this baby's going to fall on me. I've got the head well supported with my arm here on the left and I've got a good grip of the baby. Now nice and gently you're going to let the baby into the bath. If the baby's enjoying it, of course, just leave them in for a little while. Babies are very used to water from being inside, so they love the sound of the water. I'm going to lift the baby out again. Now you see I'm lifting the baby out nice and gently. So you settle them down, give them a little cuddle, settle them down, and then you're going to dry the baby off well. Don't forget areas where they can get sore if you leave them wet. All babies are quite fat in here, so get right in there under the chin, because if you leave areas wet, they're going to get red and sore. Get right onto the armpit here, where they're like that. And another area is get right onto behind the knees and in the groin area. They're areas that can actually get sore if you leave them wet. So you make sure that you dry those areas off very well.